If the host could give me the authorization to share my presentation.
It should be solved by now?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
I think it is solved at the moment. Good morning, everyone. In this presentation, I will shortly introduce for you the Netherlands Helsinki Committee for the ones who don't know us yet. I will tell you a bit more about the current EPTA project and the midterm evaluation which was executed, and I will introduce also the EPTA project to you. First, the Netherlands Helsinki Committee is a non-governmental organization that promotes human rights, strengthens the rule of law and democracy in all countries of Europe, including the Central countries participating in the OSCE region. Our work lies primarily in executing projects to strengthen legal protection and improve public policies that affect vulnerable or disadvantaged groups. In doing this, the Netherlands Helsinki Committee developed a close working relationship with many national prison services and prison training academies, including the Dutch ones. The Netherlands Helsinki Committee has been working with the EPTA network since 2018, and we thank you, EPTA members, for placing your trust and confidence in our abilities to support the further development of the EPTA network. In May 2018, the Netherlands Helsinki Committee started the implementation of the first EPTA project, which was funded by the European Union's Justice Programme, in close cooperation with the EPTA Steering Committee, of course. This project will run until June 2021 and includes activities focused on the organization of 3 annual EPTA meetings, the development of the EPTA Secretariat in close cooperation with Europris, the development of the EPTA website, and the 3 special interest groups who develop tools in the field of leadership and management training, dynamic security training, and training on dealing with difficult inmates. In the second half of 2019, the NHC commissioned an external midterm evaluation of the current EPTA project. After discussing the purpose and scope of the evaluation in a kick-off and co-creation session, the EPTA Steering Committee established the purpose of the midterm evaluation to be twofold. First, to provide the Steering Committee with an assessment of the project at process and outcome levels, and to make recommendations regarding the monitoring framework so that monitoring efforts could focus more on learning about sustainable network development. The midterm evaluation actually took place between December 2019 and April 2020, and many of you were involved. The co-creation session led to the identification of 4 key evaluation questions, which I have summarized here below. The first one, how do stakeholders perceive collaboration in the project group? Second one, how do stakeholders perceive the functioning of the network? Third one, to what extent do stakeholders consider the network to have an added value? And the fourth one, to what extent is the project achieving its intended results? In short, the results of the midterm evaluation were really positive. And overall, the respondents are very positive about the functioning of the project group, the continuity in the group, and the results and the resulting open atmosphere in combination with the NHC's coordination and Europris Secretariat roles contribute to this positive outcome. Overall, respondents are positive also about the functioning of the network. Members value the open collaboration style and appreciate the drive of the core project group. Especially the annual meeting is highly valued. Most collaboration is taking place currently at a bilateral level, and a lot is expected from the recently launched website to further increase collaboration between members. Overall, respondents consider the network to have a lot of added value, especially for individual staff members. Most value is given to more abstract notions of feeling part of the network. Nevertheless, further tailoring resources shared to specific users is mentioned as a specific need. The project implementation is halfway currently and can be considered on track. The project's core work packages are being implemented successfully and progress is made towards related deliverables. The website launch is a good case in point. As NHE, we think that in the last few years, the EPTA network has proven its great potential, as there is a lot of professional experience in all separate European EPTA countries with regard to the development of trainings for prison staff, and they benefit from each other's experiences. The current project has supported EPTA in becoming a more professional and structured network, which already translated into a substantial increase in membership. The launch of a new website was the start of improving communication between and towards members. This year, with the cooperation of the EPTA Steering Committee, the NHC successfully submitted a new project proposal to the European Commission. The new project will further build on these achievements to provide for a stronger and sustainable network and more in-depth information sharing through the tools that have been developed. The project Innovating Together, Connecting European Penitentiary Training Academies will start in July 2021 with the following partners: the Netherlands Helsinki Committee, Europris, and the National Prison Training Academies from France, Romania, Bulgaria, and Ireland. And we look forward to a continuation of our successful cooperation. Regarding the new project, the new EPTA project builds further on previous achievements to provide for a stronger and sustainable network and more in-depth information sharing. Participation and exchange within the EPTA network will be stimulated and will allow existing and future European members to profit from the results. As a direct target group, the national training academies will be able to use innovative tools developed by the EPTA network and keep track of new developments in the field of training correctional staff. By stimulating mutual learning, they will directly benefit from the project and save resources in the process of developing high-quality trainings for their correctional staff. And more specifically, the following project activities will be undertaken. Further development of the current EPTA website, the online platform and knowledge management system, which Julia already kindly informed us about, to stimulate cooperation and exchange on a wider and more intensive level. 3 annual meetings to exchange knowledge and practices on a European level. The development of specific tools, which were identified by the EPTA members themselves. A workshop on crisis management related to the current COVID-19 crisis and the innovative training methods such as e-learning and distance learning. 3 cross-border training staff exchanges between European training academies, and an exchange of good practices between the EPTA network, other staff training institutes such as the Confederation of European Probation. These activities will further improve communication between EPTA members, and they will stimulate professional exchange and communication between training academies, and they will address specific needs of training academies through tailor-made work sessions. And within the framework of the current project, the members of the EPTA special interest groups have worked really hard on the development of their tools. My colleague Lisanne put a lot of effort in guiding them in this process, and she will continue this presentation with an introduction which will be followed by the presentations of the individual special interest groups themselves. So Lisanne, the floor is yours, I guess.